Hi Capricorn, welcome to your monthly reading for the month of September 2015. So Capricorn, the first card that I got for you for this month of September is the Rebel card. And it's a pretty cool card because your ruling planet, Saturn, is finally re-entering into your 12th house this month of undoing and the way that you get in the way of yourself, secrets, spirituality, a world that's really kind of like subconscious. So with the Rebel card, when I got this card, it was basically you pushing ahead, Capricorn, doing what you know basically is right for you and what's best for you in your best nature, and also self-control. It's also searching for security and comfort. You're longing for that with this Rebel card. This person's like breaking chains right now, just trying to going and pushing ahead. So remember that on the 17th, your ruling planet does re-enter into your 12th house. You also have Venus earlier this month, around the 6th, going direct in your 8th house of intimacy, power, and other people's money. So also death, sex, rebirth, a lot of those things with Venus going direct, gonna bring you back a little bit more level-headed around this department. So if there's been some situations with intimacy, power, death, control, and other people's money, you'll definitely have a better outlook once Venus is going direct around the 6th. And then the 13th, we have a new moon partial solar eclipse in your 9th house, where Jupiter is stationed right now since last month. So you're probably going to be thinking differently about this is really big energy. It's really bringing new tides, also new chapters in your life, release of new energy and other outer inner life as well, outer and inner change in your life with this new moon partial solar eclipse happening in your 9th house, Capricorn. So your ruling planet, remember, going direct on the 17th, and then also Mercury is going to go retrograde in your 10th house of your career and your reputation. So the way that you value yourself, the way that you feel about yourself, and the way that you feel about the money that you make from the career that you have, or how you feel about the position that you are in right now in terms of your career, or if you don't have a career, how it is you feel about yourself in general in terms of that. So it's definitely a really big retrograding moment for that, because you're going to be thinking a lot, reflecting. When retrograde periods happen, this is really more time for you to reflect. And also, I'll advise everyone, please reevaluate, reassess. Not a time to act. Remain very flexible during this retrograde period. Make sure that I wrote down some lists. I always tend to forget certain things. Misread communication can also happen during Mercury retrograde. Think before you speak more so. And also practice forgiveness. I always urge that. Practice forgiveness during a Mercury retrograde. Think a lot more so than act. It's very, very important. And back up any data that you have also, Capricorn. So we're going to move on down. And I want to talk about the second card that I got for you, which was the New Visions card. So like I said, a lot of you guys are thinking differently and reevaluating, reassessing. Like an old you is dying and a new you is like emerging into the sky. Like you guys really want to transform your life or make it better and grow. It's a very important card with that. With your ruling planet going direct too, it's going to give you some more insight on that. Plus Pluto is going direct in your first house this month as well. A lot of movement this month. A lot of movement. And then Mars hits your 9th house, where you're going to have this new moon partial solar eclipse. So that's a really big deal in terms of travel, in terms of education, in terms of your philosophy, your way of looking at life. I would really recommend a lot of Capricorns out there, if they are thinking about going back to school, studying something, or just changing their ways, or trying to study a new way of living. Definitely delve into that. You might be very surprised with what you guys come out with in the end of this transit. And then we're going to talk about on the 27th, that full moon that is happening in your 4th house of home. But it's a full moon total lunar eclipse. So it's happening in your 4th house. So domestic affairs, home life, family, mother, issues with mother, family, past roots, or they just may be a situation happening that's going to definitely change the home dynamic for you, Capricorn. The last card that I got for you, Capricorn, is the Lover's card. Now, I know a lot of people that wish to get this card in a reading, and I just, honestly, this card flinged out of my deck as I shuffled for you. So this tells me there could be a romantic interest in terms of that. This full moon happening in your 4th house could bring a union of marriage. This could be a change happening in the home. Some of you Capricorns may be getting married or got married, and the home structure may be changing. Or this could also mean being tested in your commitment. You know, how strong is your love for another person in your life? If you're going to be tested, how can you withstand that? The Lover's card is also about decision making, a choice between two things. What is it that you choose? Again, you know, this is a general reading, so I don't know per se how this would apply to you specifically and personally, but it's the overall energy. So a lot of you Capricorns out there either have found a beautiful loving union that you really are really enjoying, or met someone that you really enjoy, or in some of you Capricorns just may be changing in terms of your home space because of a union or something happening because of that, because you do have that full moon at the end of the month in terms of your home life. Things definitely changing, a release of things, you know, so that's going to be a really big deal. And I got new vision for you last month too, so there's been a lot of regrouping and reprocessing. So again, this month should be a wonderful month for you Capricorn. Definitely take big strides. Your ruling planet is going direct, so we've been warned. Again, I'll see you guys next month, Capricorn.